Okay, so we're working on a 2001 Pontiac Grandam with a misfire. You can actually feel it misfiring when you're sitting in the vehicle, although it's not complete misfire. Misfire history shows a significant number of misfires on cylinder 1 and 3, 48,000 misfires on cylinder 1. It did record a P0300 code, which is random cylinder misfire. Sitting in the vehicle, you can actually feel it misfiring slightly. So a quick check of vacuum, and you can see the vacuum gauge is fluctuating a little bit, which could indicate a valve problem. I'm going to use a grounded pick to short out spark plug wires one at a time. And you can hear a change in the engine. So that cylinder is working. Hardly any change with that one. That one's definitely working. Definitely working. But this cylinder here, which is cylinder number 1, makes no difference. So we're going to check for spark at the spark plug. Possibly it's a valve plug. So it has good spark on that cylinder. Maybe the problem is the spark plug. We're going to have to pull the plug out and check the plug and possibly do a compression test. Okay, so I have a fuel pressure gauge hooked up to this thing, and I've got the fuel injector harness connector by the alternator disconnected. I've got a fuel injector tester, and I've got a switch installed in place of the fuel pump relay so that I can run the fuel pump, which I'm going to do. I'm going to run the fuel pump. See, the fuel pressure builds to about 60. Turn it off. I've got the injector tester connected to pin A and C, which should be pin A is the common power supply to the injector fuel rail, and C is cylinder number 1 injector. So I'm going to use this tester now to fire the injector, and we'll watch the fuel pressure drop. So we went from about 58 down to about 45. Now I don't know if that's good. We have to compare that to another cylinder. So the next cylinder we're going to try that is running fine, we'll try D, which is injector number 2. So I'm just going to set this down and move over to this lead. Okay. Run the fuel pump again for a few seconds. Pressurize the fuel rail. Okay, now I got it hooked up to injector number 2. Pin D at that C130, I think it is. And we're going to try this number 2 injector. No, that didn't work. Okay, let me double check my connection. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Oh, now it says low battery voltage, so I'm going to have to start over again. Okay, we'll pause this. Okay, so now we have a battery connected up to a battery charger connected up to it, and the tester's going to let me run the test now. It was low battery, so it stopped me. And I've got it hooked up to injector 2, and I'm going to fire injector 2. Now, that definitely dropped further. I think we need to go back and retest injector number 1 now with the battery charger on it, as that might have affected the output. Okay, I moved the test lead over to pin C. I'm going to run the fuel pump again. What's up with that now? The fuel pump don't run. Oh shoot, I don't have the key on. In this particular vehicle, the key has to be in the run position for the fuel pump to be active. Alright, back over to the vehicle here. Run the fuel pump. Okay, fuel pressure builds to about 60. Okay, tester is ready to go. I'm going to press the button, fire the injector, and see how much pressure drop we got. Well, I'd say about 14 psi. Let's try another one just for the heck of it. Let's try injector number 3, which is pin DE. Okay, got it hooked up to pin E, which is injector 3. Turn the fuel pump relay on again. Let's try pressure drop on injector 3. So starting out at about 58 psi. Definitely delivers more fuel. Almost 20 psi drop. So I think injector number 1 is partially clogged or stuck. I can hear it clicking, but it's obviously not delivering as much fuel as the other injectors. Okay, so I decided I had really nothing to lose to run an injector flush on it, so I connected the injector flushing equipment and ran a mixture of gasoline and injector cleaner through the fuel rail until it quit. Took about 15 minutes, fast idle. Fuel pump relay back in. And let's have a look at, it seems smoother now, and if I look at misfire counters on the scan tool, cylinder 1 and the other cylinders are reporting 0 misfires here. I still have to reset the fuel trims. Let's just see if we kill it with a tester, if it shows it. It's actually running on that cylinder now. Now I had relocated these plug wires, so this is cylinder 1 now. Definitely makes a difference when I kill that cylinder now. Go back to cylinder 1. So it seems to be working, but we'll have to wait and see what happens.